Calling all killers, this is the Kings of Kill podcast. My name's Zach.
I'm Steven.
And together we are the Kings of Kill, bringing to you the show dedicated to the love of all things horror. And this week we've got another amazing request from our killer fans. Steven, will you please tell the world what we're talking about today?
Paranormal Activity.
Paranormal Activity. Oh, man, I'm so excited. But first, do us a huge favor. Head on over to kingsofkill.com. That's our official website. There, you can request episodes just like this one, plus find different ways to support the show, do a little shopping, help us out. The best way we can help, of course, is to share the show with everyone you know. And make sure you're following us on all social media, like Twitter, at KKill Podcast, Instagram, Kings of Kill Podcast, TikTok. Oh, fucking Christ. Don't you smile. TikTok. Wow, that was a giggle from hell.
Yeah, well.
You just got tickled.
I love how you hate TikTok so much.
I hate TikTok. God damn it. Anyways, TikTok, Kings of Kill. And if you want to see Steven's pretty face after that beautiful tee-hee, check us out on YouTube at Kings of Kill. Now, let's share some scares. Let's count some kills. Steven.
Yes.
Or should I introduce you as the reigning, defending, cockfight champion of the world for now? Because at the end of the show, we're going to find out who the new champ is. If you missed it, last week we had cockfight round 2. Steven won the first cockfight. I challenged for the second. And we left it up to you, our killer fans, to vote on Twitter at KKill Podcast. I haven't seen the results yet.
I haven't either.
Wow. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Stay tuned to the end. I'm coming for that belt. Come for that belt. You keeping it shiny for me?
Yeah.
He looks on the floor.
That's why I laughed.
You son of a bitch. I get you a gift and you treat it like shit. It's all right. I still love you, buddy. Oh, man. How's work today? Bullshit?
As good as this fucking franchise.
How many of these did you watch? You said you watched 4.
I watched 4 of them.
I think, right?
Yeah, 6.
So, what? All right, so let's get into it. First of all, thank you so much for requesting. Make sure to request your episode at kingsofkill.com. This was directed by Oren Pelly. It was also written by him, which is funny to say it's written by him because this had no script. Paranormal Activity had no script.
Oh, really?
It was done in a very organic way where there was ideas and direction and goals to get to, and it was up to the actors to work alongside the director and kind of blossom something very naturally.
Yeah, it's like Your Highness. Your Highness did that. Good movie. I think it's hella funny. Anyway. Alrighty.
I think a certain California substance helps make Your Highness a little funnier.
This is true.
This is true. By the way, I love, you look fresh to death. The weekend shirt, I like it. Thank you for also that.
I did that today. It's tight.
It's
tight.
Too bad the screen isn't scratch and sniff. Get some fresh a la Steven going on right here.
Smell like a pear.
You said so. Never heard the word pear used so aggressively.
Yeah, I don't even know what that smells like.
I like it. We'll have to work on a Kings of Kill fragrance. Pear.
Pear.
Sounds pretty terrifying right there.
It sounds like. Sounds so boring.
The smell sounds that way? The smell sounds?
It sounds boring. The word pear. Boring.
You would... What's that store that sells like Bath and Body? Like you would never be able to work there.
Bed Bath and Beyond? Oh, the one in the mall?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not Bed Bath and Beyond. It's like Bath and Body Works. Is that what it's called? Bath and Body Works, right?
Bath and Body Works? I don't know. That sounds right. We're going with that.
Right. You guys got to write to us. Twitter, Gmail.
It's probably not even there anymore.
I don't know.
It's probably like
we have a mall?
Too.
Is there a mall?
I think so.
It's Zoomies too. Bed Bath and Beyond has become Zoomies too. And it was this fragrance sounds delicious. Oh shit. Uh, Paranormal Activity, starring Katie Featherston as Katie, and Mika Sloat as Mika. Pretty inventive right there.
A lot of thought.
Um, a budget. Now here's where it gets awesome. A budget of 15,000. That's right. I said thousand. $15,000 was the original budget. Filmed in the director's actual house that he
Damn, that's a nice house.
redecorated for the set. They stayed up all night. They filmed over the course of about a week, mostly all at night. All practical effects except for the very end, which we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Now, this is one of the most successful films of all time because of the profit margins. 15 grand is what it cost. It made $78,000 opening weekend, which sounds terribly small, right? No, it only cost 15 grand to make.
Yeah.
Super successful, and went on to gross worldwide over $190 million.
Can you imagine?
The last time something like this happened was the Blair Witch.
And Saw. Well, I guess Saw had
I think
bigger
Saw was
budget.
a bit of a higher budget.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah,
I
you mean
gotcha.
okay, yeah.
I see.
If this is an inspiration for anyone to get off their ass to go make a horror movie.
That is exactly what this is. It can be done, and thank God for. I believe it was Screamfest. The leader of Screamfest, she found this film. No one would play it at film festivals. This guy was getting no love. It took several years to get going, and the leader of Screamfest found this, screened it for audience, and everyone fell in love with it. Then, lo and behold, none other than Steven fucking Spielberg gets a screener of this, gets a little sample DVD. While he watched it, there was like a noisy floorboard in the room he was watching it, and he just like got spooked and returned it in a bag because he didn't want to touch it because he thought like he didn't know the history behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he got involved with it. His company DreamWorks, which partnered with Paramount, I think. They're the ones that pushed it and gave it an actual big release worldwide. Got it to DVD, got it in theaters, gave it a big press package, gave it the full turnaround. He also Spielberg also recommended a change in the ending, which I disagree with.
I think there's like 3 different endings that they had.
It started off with one, and then it got adjusted. So if you haven't seen Paranormal Activity, you gotta check it out. You can find it anywhere. It's super popular. You can rent it for a couple of bucks. If you have like a streaming service, it's probably on there for free.
I think I watched mine off Hulu. Oh shit, it could have been like Stars or something. All 4.
I think
are
I
on
saw
there.
mine on Stars or something. I don't know. I got so many.
They have all
subscriptions.
4,
It's ridiculous.
or not all of them, but they have 4. The other 2, I don't know. Rent them.
You know what? What gets me? Why I have so many subscriptions is because like, you want to do a free trial for a week? Yeah, I'll do that. I don't remember that shit. All I know is there's a $20 charge on my card.
Yep.
Like, no.
I don't pay attention to those. I'm like,
I guess I
whatever.
have Stars. Now, what I will say is I absolutely loved this film. Was a breath of fresh air when I first saw it. The problem is it got famous, it got money hungry, and then there were 38 more of them.
Yeah, it pulled the Saw treatment.
It did.
The first one's great. The second one, it's a true sequel that more bodies, the acting sucks.
Yeah, body
count goes up, the acting
Yeah.
goes down. Yeah. And then it just rolled in hella money, and they just didn't care about the story at all. Even though this franchise's story makes sense. I mean, Saw goes through the whole killer's family history or whatever.
Saw becomes like a soap opera, man. It gets weird.
Basically, it's just a gory soap opera. And then this movie, same thing, follows the bloodline, or like Katie.
Yeah.
Because the second one is Katie's sister. It's a prequel. The third one is the even farther back prequel of the 2 sisters as kids. And then the fourth one is 5 years after the second and
Is
first
a loose
one.
sequel. Yeah.
Which are like the neighbors or something, or like
something like that. And they also made one that only released in Japan too. It was literally
Oh,
a
really?
remake of the first or second one.
Oh, I bet that's so
Just
much better. Like
um,
Ju-on and The Grudge. Ju-on is
well, no,
far superior.
no, but it's not better. It's the opposite because that's copy. You know what I mean?
Oh.
The reason why Ju-on is better is because that was the OG. That's where the
Yeah.
idea came from. So it's actually backwards.
Well, I still want to watch that. Their version.
Why did you say it like sad? Like, well, it's
I
still you
still
can
want to
watch
watch
whatever
it.
you want.
You know what? I'm gonna go watch it.
I'll let you. You're like, I still wanna. Let me see it.
But yeah, it just jumps all over the place each movie. I mean,
It
it
gets
kind of
ridiculous.
makes sense.
It
It's
gets
like, you know what? Let's see the other sister's side.
well. Also, this like I don't want to call it a one-trick pony, but like they replay the same hauntings over and
Yeah,
over again. It loses that shock value.
and at
But for the
least they
first one,
do a Blair Witch 2, which is like not found footage, all
yeah,
steady
what even
cameras and
happened?
stuff. Like,
It's
I don't know
it's
why
from
they went that route with Blair Witch 2, but
for some reason Blair Witch 2 is just the guy from Burn Notice doing a hick accent running around the
yes.
forest, and they're in some kind of like saw trap, like fucking warehouse. I don't even know what's going on.
I
Um,
only saw it once in theaters, never touched it again. Do not request
Uh,
that film, please. Or do.
and
I might have a great time.
and we just got 4 million requests for it. Thanks, bud.
Yep. Yep. Whoops.
So the first Paranormal Activity, it was absolutely fantastic. So it starts off. There's no
Wait, you like this
opening
movie?
yeah, I did like it.
All right, go on. Me too.
Was that sincere, or do you want to have a cockfight right now?
No,
Live?
no.
The first Paranormal Activity, I did like because
Okay.
for the time when it came out, when we saw it in '09, it got no and pretty much went. It was only had a small release, so it pretty much went to DVD. It only went to like certain theaters, right?
I think it was
Mostly
here
on
for
the
like
indie
3
scene.
weeks or something, but
Yeah,
all of us loved
so-
it. Every time I saw it a few
So
times.
this is well, also like part of the ad campaign was like screenshots in theaters, and everyone's in black and white, like, oh my god, it's so scary.
Yeah, like
But
Final Destination when that first came out, scariest movie in the
Yeah.
world. Everybody's
Yeah.
screaming, and then I watched it. I was like,
Yeah. What?
why are everybody screaming? Why is there like?
Now, Final Destination is a lot of fun, but it's definitely not. Oh my goodness, I should
Yeah.
be scared to death. You know what I
Well,
mean?
I mean, the second one
But-
still gets me scared when I'm behind a log truck.
Oh, dude, it's still haunted. I see
So
those chains. I'm like,
it did the trick.
I literally call that shit like, oh god, I hope that truck doesn't Final Destination us right now.
Yeah,
And everyone's
every
like,
time.
I know what you're talking about.
Yep. Yep.
So I saw the film like kind of in the best case scenario. So I got it on a DVD. It didn't have an intro, didn't have opening credits, didn't have opening
Yeah.
music, and didn't have ending credits either. It just starts off as like a hey, thank you to the families. This was found footage in San Diego.
In fact, when you put in the DVD, I think the original copy, because there's like remasters and 4Ks and shit.
Yeah.
I think when you first put it in, it plays the menu after the movie. Like right when you put it in, I don't
Perfect.
even think there's
Yeah,
a menu
perfect.
screen or anything. I think it just goes.
Yeah,
if I remember right.
It was really clever, and then it actually gives so Meek and Katie, this couple, and some weird stuff's happening, and there's immediately what I like instead of intro music and intro credits, there's like a song on TV, so that's kind of like the opening sound to get you in. There's immediately an excuse to have a camera. Weird stuff's going on. Mika likes cameras. He bought himself a nice camera to go see what's going on. Makes total sense. This is why he has it. Also, he's kind of a dick, so he's going to have it all the time,
Which
inappropriately.
explains in the
Works.
second movie why you got a camera.
And then Katie, weird stuff's happened when she was a kid. Weird stuff's still happening now. They kind of want to catch it. Not really sure. Not sure if they're into it. Not sure if not. All Katie remembers that when she was a kid, weird shit happens, and she thinks like weird stuff's happening again. Who knows what's going on?
Which
Meh.
is the third
Anyways,
movie.
It's anyways, it's a simple setup. It totally works. The acting's a bit rough, but like, what do you get for like? No disrespect to the actors, but I mean,
Honestly,
like,
I
nearly
like
free
the acting
actors.
in this.
It didn't bug me. Like some things were a bit rough, but like
Those
they
two
do have lines.
Everybody
so, like,
else, like the priest or the seance guy that comes in, like,
very odd.
ooh, I don't like the
Very
energy
odd.
in here. Obviously, you're gonna say that. They all say that.
Yeah, the psychic says
My
that.
chakras
Yeah, it's so
aren't
funny.
aligned in here, or whatever.
But I believed it. I believed that they were together. I believed that they lived there, and I believed that
It was very
Mika was
believable.
kind of childish and Katie was kind of nervous, and they want to catch some great stuff. And
Honestly,
what
that's
another
us.
great thing.
Think about it. That's us. Mika was acting exactly like I would. Maybe probably you. I would have got a camera, fucked with it. Don't use the Ouija board. I would have used it.
I like how I'm Katie in this relationship, which I mean is kind of sensitive. I'm just yelling at you angrily.
Don't use the Ouija board. I'm gonna use it. As soon as you turn your back,
No, it was
Ouija
like
time.
this. It was like this. You promised me you weren't going to get a Ouija board, and you're like, because this is what
I
Mika
just
says.
want to talk to her.
No, no, I promised I wouldn't buy a Ouija board. I borrowed this Ouija board.
Yes, yes.
Oh man, it's a lot of fun. I love the practical effects. I love that not everything happens. It's shot like this. Like stuff happens during the day. Mika's running around with the camera and stuff. They're hanging out. Mostly it's just them talking and going about their day. They're going to work. They're coming home. They're leaving. And then
Just a long
it cuts
episode of The
to
Office.
it cuts. Yeah, and then it cuts to night one. You go the black and white of he has the camera in the bedroom because that's where all the weird stuff happens. Then night two, night three. It's just a simple premise and it works great. And here's what's so successful about it is that not only are there no credits, so it actually seems like, and at the time, like a lot of younger people were like, "Hold on, is this real?" Because
Like Blair
there's
Witch.
no film, there's no presented, yeah, there's no
Those people actually
exactly
died.
like that. There's no presentation. There's nothing about it that is a film. There's rough cuts. There's weird stuff. There's only a thank you to like the families and the police department and shit at the end of it, and that's it. And that's why it was really successful. And
Did they take
the
that
scare-
from Cloverfield? Was that before this? Cloverfield was
this-
before this.
No,
Was it?
no.
Because Cloverfield does the same thing. It's just like,
This was before Cloverfield.
really? Damn.
Yeah, but also with all like the CGI in Cloverfield,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not going to be like, "Oh my God, is it real?"
Cloverfield was like probably 08, 09 or something.
And Cloverfield didn't use completely unknowns either. This used real unknowns.
That's true. Cloverfield.
There were a couple stars in Cloverfield.
Yeah, the guy from Grind.
So-
yeah, totally. Stars. It's a good fucking skateboarding movie.
God. So this film did some really cool things. Like it used not relative unknowns, but complete unknowns. Right. Katie was still working at a restaurant when the film released because they hadn't made any money back yet.
That's so wild.
Real unknowns, practical effects. They had a reason for the camera. They had a reason for the night vision. They had a reason for everything. There was no credits. There was no titles. There was no anything. It was just found footage. Here you go. Check it out.
Perfect.
It was brilliant. And a lot of people thought, like, hey, it's real. I remember showing this to an ex-girlfriend of mine years and years and years ago. And she was, like, in tears at the end when it said, thank you to the San Diego Police Department for letting us share this footage in respect to the families and all this stuff of this tragedy. And she looked at me with, like, tears in her eyes. And I'm like, I should have been like, oh, honey, it's okay. But instead I was like, this film's great, isn't it?
Totally sell it. Just that's so real. Did you read about that?
I
read it on
did,
BuzzFeed
too.
like yesterday.
I dug into it a little bit. I was like, oh, I'm such a dick.
No, when I first watched this is when most of our friends were dicks, and they would try to scare me because I said I wasn't terrified of movies much or just scared. I am
When you
scared,
love
but
when you love the horror genre, you get
Yeah.
a
Kinda
little
tough.
less jumpy. That's all that
but
happens.
this is the stuff that makes me scared,
Makes me uncomfortable. Yeah.
especially
me
when I'm playing I Spy Paranormal or Paranormal I Spy, looking for what's happening.
You're looking. You're looking.
movie,
You're looking in the
you're trying to-
corners, and yeah.
Yeah, you're like,
You
oh
are.
shit, it's the
Yeah.
window.
And that's another great thing about this is that it's subtle. Like nothing big happens till the very end. Sometimes nothing happens, which
There's
is
like
even
a
better.
sound,
It
there's
makes you look.
footsteps. There, yeah,
Yeah.
you have to look at
A window
everything.
moves a little bit. A curtain moves a little bit. Yeah.
And it's
Small
scarier
things.
in this sense because when it's like the others, which kind of used to spook me a little bit, because like sounds, sudden sounds, not like pop out sounds, but like ghost shit.
The others, I remember it being really creepy. I remember it
Yeah.
being really creepy.
Yeah, but it's also like still cameras and like not believable when it's found footage and it's shit like that. That's scary to me.
Yeah,
and I don't know, that creeps me out.
So so for those spoilers, for those of you that don't know, like there's obviously haunting. To find out it's not a haunting, it's a demon, and whatever this demon entity has followed Katie around since birth, right? A lot of weird stuff happens.
Iron Maiden album, probably.
A lot of weird stuff happens. Things get progressively worse. She gets. It starts off with small stuff like her keys get misplaced, then doors start shutting, then wind starts blowing, then like something's breathing on her, and this is over the course of like a month. You know what I mean? Real slow, real gradual.
You just
don't you dare! Don't you dare Shyamalan this shit, you son of a bitch! There's no Shamio in this episode.
It's a twist.
It's a twist.
It's not a ghost. It's a demon.
It's just Shyamalan.
The whole time. Please watch my movie. That's the whole time. He's just trying to.
Oh my god.
That he's making.
But it starts off slow and like weird things start happening. Like footprints, stomps, and eventually it gets really crazy with like full-on possessions, people flying all over the place, and again all practical effects except.
It's just a weird image in my head. Like
okay. People
one person
shoved
flies,
and dragged violently.
Yeah, I was like,
Two people do. Two people do.
Do two of them?
Katie gets drugged the fuck down the stairs.
Oh, and then he flies at the end.
And then she throws his ass against the camera like 20 feet.
That's right. Same ending
or
as
maybe
the second
demon,
movie.
one of them, man. But it repeats itself, like we said. Anyways, so the original ending calls for how the original ending that was intended happened was at the end. Katie's possessed, starts attacking Mika, stabs him to death with a knife. Cops show up and shoot her because she's covered in blood with a knife. Mika's dead, right? And she like charges them, bang, bang, bang. That's it. I don't even think you see it though. It's just sort of like off screen, like you can like tell like the lights are there and the squad cars, bang, bang, bang. That's the end. Spielberg's recommendation to end it, I actually like less, which is what we see in theatrical cut, which is where Katie wakes up possessed, does the whole famous time-lapse scene, which actually is really well done, repeated a lot now, but like standing up, just zoning out for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, just watching Mika.
Yeah, really creepy. She goes downstairs, starts screaming bloody murder. Mika wakes up, runs downstairs. For the first time, he didn't grab his precious camera.
Actually.
I mean, Katie screamed several times, and this dick is too busy. Like, let me get the camera. Mm-hmm. She could be hurt. What are you doing? Anyways, runs down there. He then screams, and that's it. It's silence, and he gets thrown against the camera. She then like gets on all fours, crawls up to him, sniffs him or something, and then gets real close to the camera, and you see a scary face. Ooh, not as good. Sorry, Spielberg. No, you added CGI to a film. You used all practical effects at the very end. And now you just why'd you Amblin this shit? Why did you Amblin this shit?
Yeah. He Amblinted.
It's very what?
Just go on. Let's not go there. I said it and just
Amblinted.
Yeah, Amblinted it.
Amblinted it.
The night before that, when she gets dragged out of the bed,
right?
That was creepy to me too, because
it started off slow.
It's usually around like 11 at night or some shit. It's never like 3. It's not the witching hour stuff, but
a lot of stuff happens at 3.
Yeah.
Right.
It does, yeah.
Well, I always thought because it
mostly
takes place in October. I thought that like Halloween was going to be the climax. I was always expecting that when I first saw it.
That'd be
can't wait to Halloween. But no, it stops like
it's like a couple days.
Something.
I think it's
I think a few weeks.
1st or 2nd. Oh, because the camera. Yeah, because they have to wait for that one dude.
No, I mean I thought the climax was going to happen.
Yeah, on the 31st.
Because it starts off slow pace. Yeah, it's a quick movie. It's only like an hour and
it's really quick.
20 minutes, 30 minutes. It's pretty quick. It's a quick running time. It's a lot of fun. The movie's awesome. Like it doesn't quite. it really doesn't hold up now. You know what I mean? And that's probably the biggest fault. Like watching it now is like watching the Blair Witch. Now that we know everything about it, like all the spooks and
True.
fun.
If you haven't
It's
seen it, would it be
if you
awesome?
haven't seen it, yes, especially if you're saying like okay, because I think it took place like 5 years before the movie even came out, right? Like so,
Um,
like
it says the police discovered Mika's body on October 11th, 2006. So the same year the
okay, so
movie
yeah,
came out. So,
well, the movie didn't go mainstream till '09.
oh shit, that's right. That's right. Okay.
So yeah, so it took place
To
before,
09?
which yeah.
I gotta see if Cloverfield's. I got now. This is in my head. I gotta see if
Cloverfield
Cloverfield
didn't come
came
out in '09. There's no way. No way.
Oh 08.
There's no way Cloverfield came out in '08.
Yeah, Cloverfield.
There's no way.
Yep.
Anyways, the reason Cloverfield was a lot of fun but failed as a found footage movie to spook you as if it's real is because it's all CGI.
True. Yeah. When you see the monster, but everything
now
else seems
Cloverfield
great.
Cloverfield is so much fun.
It is
So much fun.
great.
I had a
J.J.
great time with
Abrams.
Cloverfield.
Yeah, it was fun.
But yeah, but I'm a sucker for found footage. Honestly, it's one of the genres that I think like needs to be done more carefully, not because hey, let's save money,
More
make a found
carefully,
footage.
yes.
No, you need to have a reason someone's going to have a goddamn camera and not put it down. They do that well in Cloverfield. They do that well in Blair Witch. They do that well in Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Also, something really interesting is since there's no extra features in Paranormal Activity because it's not presented as a film.
It's trying to
right?
sell itself that this is a
Yeah.
single.
There's a movement by the guy that produced Hell House LLC, that series, which
Okay.
is also a fun series.
Yeah.
He wants to do behind the scenes making of the film, but doesn't want to exist because they don't have footage of it. So he wants to do interviews shot by shot. That'd be fun. I'd be down
That'd be
for
cool.
that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
You know
This
what?
movie was great.
The third movie. So the
Yeah.
third movie is Katie and her sister.
That's the one where like the covenant gets like explained, right? There's like
Yeah, this is the reason why her and her sister.
yeah.
So the first movie, it's Katie. Her sister comes over and she voices her concerns, like, "Hey, remember what happened to us as a kid?" Then you don't see the sister ever again. The second movie is about the sister, the same nights and events of the first movie, like same. Yeah. The third movie is about them as kids. It explains the whole cult shit. And what's weird about it, it takes place in the 80s,
Yeah.
and they try to put an 80s filter on it, but it's so light that it still looks like a modern camera set in the 80s.
It doesn't
And it's
work.
trying to pass as a found footage, and it's just like, this guy must be so rich having the best camera ever. Because it
well, also
looks better than like...
Mika's camera that he's using is a really expensive camera.
True, yeah.
Like these guys, well, they're already living in the suburbs of San Diego, so they're making a good
Yeah.
living, you know.
And the houses in all four of the movies that I watched,
They're
I'm
all
like,
beautiful. They're all
damn,
huge
like-
houses. You know what takes me out of it though? If they're doing so successful, why is Katie driving a used Miata?
Yeah, you know what? Yep. And I think
I
the
know-
second movie or something, someone's driving a van.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, well, I know, like, so Miatas are great cars, but like, I've known so many assholes with Miatas. Like, the whole car's ruined for me.
Didn't we just watch a movie or review a movie where it was like a rich family, but they drove a piece of shit?
We just rewatched White Noise, and
Oh,
they have a
that's
fucking
what it was.
lakeside mansion, and they're driving a '90s Ford Explorer. What the fuck, Michael Keaton?
That's right.
Where's your Batmobile, my guy? Come on, roll up in style.
Yeah, would that be prop design? Is that whose fault it is? No, that's not
I don't think
prop
it'd be
design.
prop
It'd
design.
be like
They don't. They're not inventing the cars.
they need to make them from scratch.
Some type of yeah. I don't actually. That'd be great if anyone knows who'd be
Why
in
don't
charge
I know
of like
this?
picking the vehicles
Art
besides the
director?
something like that. Yeah. If you guys know,
Principal
write to us.
photography.
KingsHillPodcast@gmail.
I'm
Let us
just gonna
know.
keep saying names.
You're just going
The
through the
director.
credits.
Yeah, going through the credits. You're the asshole. No, you are. I'll look this guy's number
Oh
up.
man, yeah, I love reading credits. I love reading credits, especially when you notice like, oh, that guy worked on this one. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But this film is, if you haven't, this film is a lot of fun. Like it really is. The sequel, as a franchise, yikes. And that's why I just don't get like I don't
Skippable
understand
after the
weird.
second movie.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, if you want the whole story, then it's totally fine.
it's just
but
like Saw.
It,
Yeah.
it got the Saw treatment.
It did get the Saw
And
treatment.
It sucks because if it was
Sounds
a
like-
standalone,
That's
would have been great. Minus the ending. I didn't really like the ending, but it had to end somehow.
the original ending was so much better.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to set up for sequels.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't like people who are like they're like franchise bandwagoners. You cannot like elements of a franchise. Like very few franchises are actually good. You know what I mean?
No, we like
Very
Freddy a
few.
lot. Is that a good franchise?
Nope.
Some of
I
them
love
leave a
every
bad
single-
taste in my
I
mouth.
love every single one of those goddamn movies.
I
man.
do too, but like, really? The second one?
I don't care.
Freddy's
I don't
dead?
care.
Oh, is it Roseanne and Tom Arnold? Is that what does it? Is that why that one's good?
I fucking.
Are all the Halloweens good? Yikes. Actually, you know what? Let me take that back. There's like 2 bad Halloween movies.
Only 2. Because like 80%
1 and 2 are
of
amazing.
the Freddy's
4 and
because
5
like
are
80,
great.
yeah.
Great. 3 is, there. We're not going to count 3. It's
I'm gonna
good.
say one.
Curse
is
of Michael
absolutely
Myers.
Phenomenal.
Ugh.
One,
Paul Rudd
One is,
there.
one is absolutely phenomenal. 2 makes sense. Not my favorite. 3 is so much fun. It shouldn't be a part of the franchise,
Yeah.
but it's still so
that's
much
still
fun.
I love 4 and 5.
I don't love them.
I only like them because AMC Horror Nights. It's just
Yeah.
like one of those.
They're the ones I probably saw Halloween 4 more
Memories
than I've
or
seen
whatever.
any other Halloween.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because
exactly.
it was on.
I think that's why I
Um,
like it so much.
Just like look at the Freddy series. I mean, 80% of those movies fucking blow, but they're still
Yeah.
fun to watch.
Yeah.
They're not scary. They don't make sense.
It's like you watch the
Don't
first
care.
movie. What I do is usually watch the first movie, watch 3, then watch New Nightmare, and then I'll watch the other ones like randomly. I'll be like, all right, well,
New Nightmare had so much potential. It was so close to being epic. It just
I
fucked
liked
up
it
too many
but-
times.
yeah, exactly.
It had
was
such-
just trying
it had
to be
the
a new
best-
Freddy. Can't really do
It
it.
had the best idea. Had a great design, a great premise.
Great poster.
They-
Shit, that poster
they brought back-
rips.
Oh, when
I
they
love that
redesigned
poster.
Freddy,
Mm-hmm.
that redesign
And it
of
makes
Freddy
sense
was bitchin',
why
dude.
they did it. And
They
why
just
he
failed to
looks
ex-
different. Yeah.
They just failed to execute. You know.
Yeah.
I still love it though.
Yeah.
That's the amazing thing about art. Like you can accept your art isn't perfect and still fucking love it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah. Star Wars is so goddamn fun. But yeah, anyways, you gotta check out Paranormal Activity. I know it's not the best film in the world, but how it came out was excellent. It was a brilliant idea. And the best part is that after the film, not only is it presented as 100% true, with no ties to any studio or anything going on, just like, hey, we found this footage. Thanks for the families. And what the fuck was that?
What?
A loud popping noise. No, just me.
Oh, no, I dropped my jewel on the desk. It fell over, made a sound. You know how that shit works.
Yeah, thanks, Bill Nye, for that amazing experiment right
The
there.
friction between the desk and the jewel hitting
It's not-
made a sound.
I don't think the friction.
I don't think the
is what
friction
makes
has
the noise.
anything to do with it, but this has been my TED Talk. Thanks for listening.
All right, Neil, if you're listening again, write to us. Explain what the fuck makes the goddamn sound.
The fuck is friction?
It's not fucking friction.
I said,
Jesus.
what is friction?
Oh, I'm not playing Jeopardy with
I'll
you.
Google
Not
it.
here. Not now. By the way, speaking of Jeopardy, we're having a Q&A coming up pretty soon, guys. If you have questions, we've got answers. You like that? You like that shameless plug?
I
do.
No, I was laughing about speaking
Did
of
it not
Jeopardy.
work?
I was like, we're really going to talk about Ken Jennings? How he's not the host anymore?
No, that's not.
I thought you were going to go off on. I was ready to roll. I was going to go with it, but all right. Yeah, guy isn't hosting anymore. I don't know.
We have a Q&A episode coming up. Write in your questions, please, at kingsofkill@gmail. Whatever questions, nothing's off topic, bring them in. Our first Q&A was a lot of fun. It's still available on Spotify and still available on kingsofkill.com. You got to check it out.
Or screw it.
Q&A coming up.
Direct DM, Instagram or Twitter. Direct message. That's what DM means.
I'm so glad you yelled that and explained what that meant, you old man.
Some people have to hear it. I watched 4 Paranormal Activity movies, all right?
Yeah, I don't know why you did that.
I had to do the research that I had a minute of screen time telling about. I don't care for them.
I appreciate your due diligence. But the first one, goddammit, it is fun. What would you rate this?
4 Paranormal I Spy games out of 5. That's all I got.
Nice.
Because that's all you're doing in the movie. You're looking for the goose and the bumps.
Well, you idiot.
That got me.
I wish instead of R.L. Stein's famous catchphrase like "Reader beware, you're in for a scare," it just says "Look for the goose and the bumps" with an exclamation mark on it. Oh God! Jack Black himself pops out.
Oh man, I like that. I was so entertained by Goosebumps.
Goose in Goosebumps,
the movie with Jack Black. I didn't watch the second one. Oh, I did, but I just totally didn't pay attention to it because I don't think it was that good.
The movie wasn't bad. It was really fun for kids. I think what I love, I would love to actually revisit the series, and I'd love to revisit the novels that I read as a kid because I was obsessed with Goosebumps books, man. I read that probably got me into reading Goosebumps.
Netflix had, I don't know if they still do, they might, but they had a couple seasons of Goosebumps on there.
I saw that.
And about 4 years ago, me and the boys were watching at least 2 of the seasons. Entertaining, but when random people would come over, they'd be like, "What are you watching?" Like, we're watching Goosebumps. Either sit down or get the hell out.
No, Goosebumps was great, man. It's just so much fun. I'd just love to see like what if it brings back nostalgia, if it still holds a candle. You know, I'd love to like revisit that. Same with Are You Afraid of the Dark? Like,
yeah, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Probably the most. It's probably the one that you want to go back and watch the most. Like, it would be like the better version because that show was far superior than Goosebumps.
Well, it was more. It was a couple years.
Nick was like
above that.
Yeah, it's just like middle school and high school. Nick was high school or probably elementary school. Is Disney or Goosebumps, I should say. Middle school's like Nickelodeon shit. It was a little aged. I don't know.
I like how
this.
I like how you're breeding this. You're like grooming this as like, yeah, this show is for like bubblegum chewers. This one's for assholes that steal cigarettes.
As I go on, I'm trying to comprehend what I'm saying. I'm like, this seems like it's going off. Let me save it.
Lost in the weeds. Lost in the weeds.
I'm just in a cornfield walking straight. I don't know. What?
I'm sorry. That was your fucking analogy.
That's my analogy, yeah.
Never have I been lost and said, you know how it feels like being in a cornfield walking straight?
I never found the road.
I said that.
I never found the road.
You deserve to be lost at this point. Oh, shit. No, it's a lot of fun. You guys got to check it out. Thank you guys so much for the recommendation. Paranormal Activity. Watch the first one. Don't watch. You can watch the rest of them, but I mean, they're just not as good.
The second one is just below the first one. I will say it's like a 3.5 out of 5. It's not terrible.
I think there's a bigger downgrade. I just didn't.
There is
like
there's more
acting
scares and
so
more
rough,
goose and bumps, but it's just more of everything. It's little
something brilliant that the first thing did. Besides, like we already said, it set it up as like a realistic thing. And as you're looking for the goose and the bumps,
trademarked.
Brilliant. I'll give you a little golf clap for that one. But also, the horror only takes place at night in bed while you're asleep. So what happens if you see this real found footage film? You go home, go in your bedroom, in your bed, at night with the lights off, that's when shit happens. Dude, it's clever. That's when you're going to think
Except
about
for the
it,
Ouija board caught fire in the daytime when he was messing around with it, and then he left to go to a house.
I've never heard you try to say daytime so intriguing before.
In the daytime.
Daytime. Remember it was a few episodes ago, you're like, and then it's light day.
It's light day. Or wait, no, night day.
That's exactly what you said.
Yeah.
Did you fuck it up again, or was that an exact quote?
I think I actually just nailed it and thought I fucked it up.
It.
Yeah. That was Wraith.
Oh, man.
The Wraith episode.
Oh, boy. There we go.
Yeah.
That was a doozy, let me tell you.
Kill
guys,
count of 1, I guess.
No, not even.
2?
None.
There's a kill count. 1.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Wraith.
Oh, like, no. Wraith. I don't care.
1.
1. Yeah. Mika. Spoilers. Whatever. You get it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. If you haven't checked it out, you gotta check it out. Series gets a little crazy. It gets too convoluted for what it's worth. It's a simple story. It worked better as a simple premise. But yeah, hey, props for $15,000, man, out of his own house, 1 camera, no script. I think that's why I still love this film, because you don't need to be rich to make some cool piece of art, So props to the director. Hope the cast gets some love. I like it. This is a success story. You know what I mean? Like,
it really is.
Thank God. Spielberg saw a screener and was like, "Hey,
it's a Cinderella story," and Spielberg found the goddamn glass slipper.
Actually, that wasn't bad. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
You're really proud of yourself right now.
I was proud of that one.
You are beaming. You're so happy.
Oh yeah, I nailed it. Getting a raise.
Swig right now. Yeah, I'll give you a raise. I'll give you another mask. I'll give you a new clean canteen or some shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for requesting. Request your episodes at kingsofkill.com. Hey, last week we had a cockfight. Every single week we have a Twitter poll based on the show. Well, I haven't seen it yet. The Twitter poll was about who won the cockfight, meaning who gets that belt. Steven's the champ.
So the first,
like what's
the first
set it up.
The first wave of votes ended up in a tie.
Oh,
we can't have that.
The title can't change hands in a tie.
Yeah,
it's the championship's right?
I'm not having a 1-0-1 next to my damn record. So
he has a record of 1-0, and he's like, my record.
I don't want my record tarnished. All right.
All right, what you got?
Well,
drum roll.
We asked if The Village is good or bad.
Yeah.
I said it was good. Zach.
Hold on. Is that what the Twitter poll was?
It actually says we tied the last poll.
Who won the cockfight?
Is The Village a good or bad film?
I sense some sabotage going on right now.
Good or bad?
This is what happens with the champ himself is right.
No.
Listen, is Zach a dumbass or is Steven the prettiest boy in the world?
I said, is it good or a bad film?
Violent typing. Did you? This is no one types.
This is Paranormal Activity.
All right.
64%, and the winner, and still champion.
You motherfucker.
64% of the people said it's still a good movie. 34 said it's bad. Sorry. I'm just so convincing.
I'm going to recount. I'm going to recall.
We're in California. We did 2 voting polls, so there was a recount.
Look at you, all cocky and shit. Hey, congratulations, man. Give a little
2-0, perfect record. Oh my god.
Little applause.
I don't know what I'm going to do with myself.
You know, it's amazing. You're so successful, even though you make no goddamn convincing points in your argument. But don't be sour. Congratulations, man. The champ.
The Village is still... What's more important about this is The Village is still a good movie. Not still a good movie. It is a good movie. It wasn't at first.
This is what you voted for, people.
This is what you guys voted for.
This shit. Hey, congrats, man. Hey, guys, thank you so much for voting. Vote every single week. We have a Twitter poll after each and every episode at KKO Podcast. Vote on Twitter. Really appreciate it. Also, follow us on Instagram, Kingskill Podcast. That's where we always drop ads every time we release brand new content. Follow us. Hang out. Chill. And, TikTok if you
like
hate
entertainment.
Yourself. I don't know. Hold on. If you like entertainment,
the TikTok and the kids.
Where are you from?
Shit, I don't even know.
All right, champ.
I got some horror news.
Oh, horror news! Look at that. What you got, man? What you got?
This week, the highly anticipated. Actually, it's not anticipated that much. Poor advertising. Alien Firestorm Elite came out on Xbox, PC, a lot of gaming consoles.
I didn't even know it dropped.
It got announced before summer and was like summer release, and then it got delayed and no one cared about it. And then yesterday I was like, oh shit, this comes out at 9:00. Like, okay.
Have you played it or not yet?
I got to the title screen and realized I can't start this because I got to go to bed. Because I would stay up forever. But what it's about...
Hold on. No,
I did the adult thing.
That's the champ you voted for. I want to play this game. Oh, I got to go up night-night.
But I'll tell you guys the news.
It's no longer light day. Sorry, guys.
But it's another one of those Left 4 Dead, World War Z games. Get your squad. Aliens come and attack you. You have classes.
I dig that. I like
person.
That, though. It's fun.
Yeah. It should be very fun. It's already got mixed reviews saying...
Wait a second. Are you going to maybe
I'll stream it
later this week?
I will definitely. Yeah.
If you were to stream
maybe,
it,
actually.
If you were to stream it, say for example, how would our killer fans watch you play this game?
I would watch myself on twitter.tv/theunseenplayer without an E in player.
The champ meant Twitch TV, not Twitter TV.
Oh, did I say Twitter?
God damn it.
Ah, shit. Twitter's that thing. Everybody voted for me to win.
That's your champion, folks, right there. That's your champion.
Yeah, watch me on Twitch.
You said you'd watch yourself on Twitter. That's what you said.
I'm so entertaining. I watch myself.
Oh man, I got some cool news. So they're making a prequel to Pet Sematary.
Okay, I'm in. I've never heard of this.
That sounds entertaining. I'm down. Like, they did a sequel like in the 90s.
Yeah, with Edward Furlong.
Yeah, they did. I'm okay with the prequel. That sounds intriguing to me. Like maybe how the cemetery got started. That'd be pretty cool. Also, got some pretty cool news. The Kings of Kill podcast, not only 2 weeks ago, was trending worldwide on Twitter. Thanks to all of you voting. Thank you all so much. But this last week, 2 weeks we were trending worldwide on Twitter. Last week, we ranked in the world on Apple Podcasts 144th.
What?
144th.
That's real.
144th for any podcast talking about movies. 144.
That's actually not that bad.
Apple Podcasts 144 in film reviews.
Wow. That's actually impressive.
Now, it may sound ridiculous, but there are over 1 million podcasts in the world right now. That's not an exaggeration. There are over 1 million podcasts in the world right now. Out of film review podcasts, the Kings of Kill are 144. And that's all thanks to you, not you, champ. You can shut the fuck up. But that's all thanks to our killer fans.
Wait, what's next
so
week?
Much. Oh. I am
The king demands.
Oh my. I will beat the shit out of you for real.
I would love that.
We're going to have a wrestling match. I'm going to put tights on. I'm going to have pyrotechnics. I'm going to have intro music.
What's your intro music? What would your intro music be?
I was going to ask you. I don't know. Certainly not that bullshit song you sent me. Okay, this son of a bitch over here gets me all excited. I absolutely love Guns N' Roses. When I was a kid, Guns N' Roses was like one of the first was probably the first hair metal band that I discovered. Guns N' Roses when I was a kid. Absolutely fell in love with it, man. Appetite for Destruction was like a game changer in my music lineup. And as we all know,
I'm a
Axl
Illusions
Rose
man myself.
Axl Rose is a huge piece of shit. He's an asshole. Slash he is.
Yeah,
He's a piece of shit. He thinks he's as cocky as Steven over here, being the champion, like the king demands this shit. yeah, he's as cocky as Lars from Metallica for sure. I'll admit that. Anyways, so he's thought he's like the gift to the world and has ruined the band several times, making awful, ridiculous songs and albums without the very extremely talented Slash, who is just, I mean, a gift to the world of rock. The guy's talented as hell. Come on.
He's our gift.
More commentating from the champ over here.
He's our gift. Thanks.
Anyways,
Thanks,
so but Axl by himself absolutely sucks. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's full of ego, right?
And cornrows.
They brought the band back together finally. Slash and Axl together. They've made some kind of just shitty stuff, but when they get back together and like sing their classics, it's super awesome and it's epic. It's exciting. And then Steven sends me a text saying, "Hey, did you hear the new single out? Guns N' Roses." And I'm like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, what?
When I said that, I was laughing so fucking hard. I was like, "You're gonna hate this and hate me for this."
So excited. He then even sends me the link, and I play it in literally like Simba, his ears when the stampede comes. That sorrow hit me. The song is shit. It's more of Axl being an idiot. It's not Guns N' Roses.
It's so
bullshit.
bad. It's so horrible.
You son of a bitch! I got so excited, and you ruined my day.
Some bands just should not go on. Just saying.
That's some morbid advice. Hey, bands, stop it.
Knock it off. You're over 40. Get the hell out.
What's that Michael Jordan like montage?
Stop it.
Get some help.
Get some help. Fuck them kids.
Oh man. Next week. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Don't say his name.
Oh shit.
Candyman.
The new one?
Yes.
All right. Now we're talking.
I don't even know who you are. You've changed accents 13 times in this episode.
I'm possessed by a demon.
Oh my god. Next week, the Kings of Kill tackle Candyman. Guys, thank you all so much for listening. We really appreciate you. 144 on the Apple Podcast charts. That is pretty goddamn cool.
That's impressive.
We love you. We appreciate you. Make sure to turn over to kingsofkill.com. Request your episode today. Do a little shop for some sweet merch, just like this. Those masks in the back. We got some fun shirts, some fun sweaters. You know, we got cool stuff. Help support the show.
When I die, I'm going to put this in a glass case so you can auction this off. Woof.
Guys, don't worry. The champ is here.
Yeah, I'm just going to shut up.
Champ's had some, been celebrating, have you?
Yeah.
I'm putting this glass case for oxygen. Oh, shit. How in the fuck are we trending ever? Oh, God. Kingskill.com. Share the show with everyone you know. Follow us on Twitter, KKill Podcast. Instagram, Kings of Kill Podcast. Even fucking TikTok, Kings of Kill. And YouTube, Kings of Kill YouTube channel. Check us out.
It's true.
Follow us. Share. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. On Kingskill.com. You guys, thank you so much. We love you. I'm Zach.
I'm Steven.
The champion. And
I'm the champ.
And we are the Kings of Kill. Thanks, everybody.